Sancfordian, do you? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What'll happen to the gardens?
Too many more days of this and it won't matter how clear our water is or how rich our soil. Without the sun.
Here, Sid. reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, lovely bit of problem here, which is why.
I imagine tough.
Proper.
So what exactly?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Says they gave me a sample, you pour the... So, and do you know what I found?
I take it that's...
I would have gone myself.
All right.
Thank you, Con...
All this fuss over a few dark clouds.
What do you make of them skies, then?
Ill omen is what? We should call back the scouts. All of them.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact Storm's out mother crystals and has Scott. He's with your uncle. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that... Not that you...
I'm sorry.
My country...
I hope so.
Look tempting, though.
You believe?
I don't know.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw it.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything?
It doesn't take a court to stop. That, I believe, is a question and on the 6th day, but I dare say...
You think they're connected?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be. Yet for all the fairy tales that had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, you will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one?
It would. Actually, we had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a caching at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Faster!
I can walk from here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself. First we find Isabel.
And what can I do for you? I'll be here if you need me.
see that? Tell me you saw that.
This fuss over a few dark clap.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. You're a gent, Sid. Let nut right then. There we have the Telemon Malembe.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which...
There's no need.
Don't be sick. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in.
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance. Thought we might use it to breathe... Ah,
well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
saw it with my own eyes.
Four left for more on the captain's orders.
More arrived from the capital.
The Lord.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many.
A cat.
And what of your mistress? Is she...
Oh, no. She went to the garrison.
Then we'll look for her there.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to and protect them I shall. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are but more than that. They are your sisters, your brothers. So you have a choice.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here. It's all we have.
What we have left is...
Not if we don't ask to. Look. I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to what we need... The way the survivors speak of them, one would... And perhaps they did.
Don't leave me, Pa.
You're a pikeman, yes?
I've got famine, a pack of them glowing.
Leave that to us.
But my family... They're still in the capital.
Did you see the
creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. your strength. Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their post.
It's not the most selfless. Now me and the people I love. Now, if you...
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this is solved, but it has solved one. And that's...
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha.
And you, Clive.
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, there were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than... The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back... What do you think?
That we join the...
I thought you'd know. Now, where I need you is the fallen... Let the men know you've come to help.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as a...
Martha! The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got a pack of a cat, and they got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight...
I will.
My brothers.
My dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for Sora...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way.
A second halt.
Feel like finishing?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mad dogs.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Nice try. All yours, Torgal. Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make you... I am Oscar.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my Yes. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me? I would learn the duties of a shield.
But I am a shield no longer. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not... You have accomplished much, and I would sooner serve under an honorable not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say... It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm so...
I would not have... I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
Jill.
All lies.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Any idea whether...
The desert's a big place, but the fact is...
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've... And at this rate, it won't be... I've tried reasoning with a dissenting...
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen?
What makes you think...
She makes it.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Fucking believe it.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? We're better, and you cannot fill empty...
But what happened?
That's enough. Any more of this, and I'll come back when you're ready to...
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady...
I was about to ask you this.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only... I was here to do just that. when my...
Who are those people?
Those were the... These are an entire...
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution.
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they...
And if there's one...
What would Cid...
Well, he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps, while it's plain, it may still be possible before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to... As I told you, I summoned the commander...
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left.
True as the nobles came. You know of the 7 high houses. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys...
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamul's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Cid. Well played, my lady.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here it... Natalie.
Underhill.
I was just...
Lubor says...
Indeed, the noble... It is only a matter of time before the... It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still... If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow.
All right. But you needn't have gone through this.
Thank you. She saw right through. I didn't say it was good. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Maybe.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat, with time, they may...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury. I take it your scouts found the... Technically, it would be the all.
You're not sick.
They don't just want food, they want...
I have a I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert. Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. The rest, my friend, mistakes I can...
That is a lot of...
Then it will be for us to see that...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can. And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to wed us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been... You saved us,
We all said.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
So...
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for... How is it you always...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the cut...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Taya not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.